Alright, a couple of things before we get started. Obsidian grudges on getting first and take meds. Hello, Obsidian. Liz here. Hi, Jing. Random fan, if you call me man one more time, I'm banning you. I mentioned this yesterday, and I know you saw it. So I'm going to say it again. One more time. You can just say, what's up? You don't have to add that last little part. You keep it to your fucking self. Thanks. I like my music. It's custom, and it's mine, and I love it a lot. Vaysong did a fantastic job for it. Obsidian, hello, welcome in, Lucier. Hello, welcome in, Lucier. Thank you for 98,000 points towards my suffering. Bonjour, indeed. Hi, Wolf Raven. Tyler, thank you for 90,000 points towards my suffering. Paradox, hello, welcome in. Tyler, hello, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Oh no. Oh, and thank you for 6,000 points towards my suffering. I'm seeing an error that says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, which makes me worry. You've saved out 290 to get a Steam Deck. Nice. Oh god, 95% complete. I hate that. You got the pass for Hnetu today? Nice. Megalodon, stop eating my desk. Also, thank you for 10,000 points. You're 8 hours into rigging the last part of this model, and you haven't lost your mind yet. Hope you're having a good night. I was falling asleep in my chair earlier, which is why I'm not here at exactly 10. You're lurking. Thank you. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate. You did a thing. What did you think? Doing pretty good. Found a cool roguelike that does spell combos. What roguelike, Tyler? You decided to get the OLED 1TB model because you play a lot of Souls Wars games to take a decent amount of storage space, along with Cyberpunk and GTA 5. That's very fair. That's very fair. My bitrate looks fine. I mean, it's green. Hopefully it's just a YouTube thing. Your mother suggested you look at becoming a medical courier for work today. Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do for a living. As long as you got a driver's license and a good history, you're probably going to be okay. My job isn't too terrible. I like my job. I mean, the hours suck, but, you know. You want to try the new Dispatch game that looks great already, I assume? Yeah, I saw that game, and it's kind of been on my radar for a while. It looks very interesting. I don't know how well it would be to stream, but it definitely looks interesting. Somebody said something about maybe I should wait until all the chapters are out first. It's called Wizard Cats, I see. Is that accessible to get into? I mean, so here's the thing. Hey, I know a streamer that does that. So here's the thing with medical couriering. My biggest... My phone is not on silent, hold on. There we go. The biggest thing that it comes down to when it comes to the medical side of it is being able to follow instructions, right? It's a good Telltale game. It's on Steam. It's really fun. It looks good to play if you like Telltale games. I don't dislike Telltale games. Like I said, it's on my radar. It's definitely on my radar. Paradox, thank you for 25,750 points towards my suffering. Also, hi, Remy. The biggest thing that it comes to being a medical courier is being able to follow instructions, because generally, I'm gonna give you a rundown of my day. But you're a throat goat. Oh my god. I just realized I don't. You know what? I'm not gonna bother putting the heart rate monitor on today. I don't care. I get into the office and I clock in. Thank you. I get into the office and I clock in. I get in the car. I have a thing called I have a scanner, which is a barcode scanner. It's basically a cell phone with a fancy fucking scanner dealie on the top. Hello, Adeptus. And so I have to make up several different bags because different specimens go to different locations, because some specimens, you know, have to do tests You've got to go now. Later. Have a good night. Good luck cleaning. I hope your drawers go quickly. Because, like, test A only gets done at location A, and test B only gets done at location C, and test E has to be refrigerated because it'll go bad if it's not, and, you know, this other test has to be frozen under dry ice. So as long as you can drive a car, handle dry ice, and figure out the scanner, you're pretty much a shoo-in for it. It's not super difficult. I have a company car for my company. I don't know if companies where you live would do the same thing, but if you got into the same company as I would, you get a company car. They don't want you driving around in your personal vehicle. It's a liability thing. So, like, I generally will have between 10 and 15 different bags of specimens, which is to say, that's much easier than what I used to do, yeah. Which is to say, like, I go into location and they have 3 different things that all go to one location. So, like, I go to a hospital, and the hospital has a certain set of bags, like a certain set of specimens. Company car has it doesn't have a fridge, but it has, like, coolers, and you get cold packs and dry ice and stuff. So, like, I don't have a mini fridge that I plug in, but I have containers that are designed to hold stuff to keep it at temperatures. But, like, the hospital, for example, is my only stop that has things that go to this one specific location. So I will go in and I will make up the bags while I'm there, and it's just scan the bag's barcode, because the bags all have printed barcodes on them. So you scan the bag's barcode, you assign it to where it is. So, like, the first one will be ambient temperature, so room temperature, location. No, I don't do kidney transplants. Organ transplant is a totally different thing. This is blood draws and piss tests. Hi, Kappa Appa. Thank you for 23,531 points towards my suffering. This is more for, like, if you've ever done a drug test. So, like, you went to go get a job, and they're like, all right, you gotta go do a drug test, and you gotta go, you know, pee in a cup. Or you have a cancer screening, and they do a biopsy. Or they, you know, like, you're getting you're getting tested for diabetes or something, and they're like, okay, we need you to do a metabolic panel. And so they need to take, like, 3 vials of blood for that sort of thing. So it's blood vials, urine, that sort of thing. Not organs. That's a totally different thing. And so I go in and I'll make up the bag, and I scan the location that says, hey, this is where I'm at. And then I scan the bag and I say, this is the kind of bag it is. So I have to, you know, pick the temperature, and then I have to pick the location. And then I scan all of the items. So you only have to worry about vampires at night? Yes. Well, there's day shift and evening shift. Evening shift gets 10% more money, and most places you want to go in at night because they're done. You know? They're not still taking patients. But, like, so I assign everything, and then I scan the next location, and I make the bag for the refrigerated stuff, and I scan all the stuff, and then I'm done with it. And then I do the third location, which is the freezer, and then I do a frozen bag, and then I do all the frozen stuff, and I stuff it all in, and then I put it in the correct place in the car. And at the end of the night, I drop it off, and somebody else takes it to the various labs. Rather than have, you know, 40 or 70 or however many people. I'm sorry, my brain is full of fuck. Quote number 2060. You know, instead of having 70 different people all drive up to the thing, hi Royal, they'll have just 1 or 2 people go. So I don't know anything about any of it. All I know is that if I go to stop number whatever, I mean, I think if you were getting tested for it, maybe, but I don't think they do that test. Hi, Black Dragon. I take that back. I know that there's one that they told me that it's for a semen sample of some kind, but I've never actually picked anything up because it's a super rare test. So maybe, question mark? Like, jokes aside, maybe. But yeah, so at the end of the night, like, there are certain locations where you have to keep stuff separate, so a lot of the stuff just gets thrown into the big bag. But there are certain things that, like, oh, well, this is for this location, so it gets sectioned off, and oh, it's this temperature, so we have to take special care of it. Transporting medical samples and such is super important. Thanks for what you do. Yeah, I mean, I think it's an important job, but at the same time, it's also one of those jobs you don't think about. Nobody thinks about what happens when they get their blood drawn at the doctor's office. And so, like, fucking... I don't know anything about any of the stuff that I'm picking up aside from, it's pretty important, but it's also not a thing we realize exists until hearing about it. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those jobs that you never think about until you have to do it. But I don't know anything about the medical profession except for two things. Don't fuck it up, because sometimes you get stuff that's irreplaceable, and this is people's lives on the line. And two, the less I know, the better. I have been accosted by people before asking me questions about their tests, and I'm like, buddy, I don't fucking know. I didn't even know I picked your shit up. Like, hi Magpie, true. I am, how do I put this? I don't look at what the specimens are. I don't read the names on them. I don't know anything about them except that it goes in the bag and it goes in this temperature. That's literally all I know. I don't want to know anything else. I don't want to know what the test is for. I don't want to know who it's for. All I want to know is that I picked it up and didn't lose it. And so I have no medical knowledge aside from what I've gotten from osmosis from talking to like lab techs and stuff. Opens wrong cooler, takes out bite of raw kidney. Again, I do not do organ transplants. I don't transport organs. But my point is I don't have a medical degree. I don't have like a 4-year college or an 8-year doctorate or 12-year whatever that tells me how to do medical stuff. I literally just had a driver's license and a bit of luck. So it's not a particularly difficult job. Now you're just imagining the whole state of Oregon being moved down the highway somehow. Maybe. But yeah, so I don't have anything special in terms of medical knowledge. You know? All I know right now doing research, some require you to be HIPAA certified. Maybe, but like the company would likely do that. We have to do training basically constantly. Hi Snowdokai, thank you. You can just do the chat cat check-in, you know. That's what it's there for. But yeah, like I don't have a medical degree. All I have is a driver's license and a little bit of college. Like I barely have a 2-year degree. And it's just general, like, you know. And I've been doing this job since 2016. But like, yeah, you don't really need to have like a medical degree in it. So if you're thinking like, oh no, I can't. Excuse me. If you're thinking like, oh no, I can't get this job because I need to be a doctor or whatever, you don't. I'm not a doctor. I'm a fucking idiot. I know how to drive cars. And I'm smart enough to sort package A into slot A and package B into slot B. Hello, Talaknoth. How are you? I was like falling asleep earlier.
This is an ad.
Excuse me. I was falling asleep earlier and it kind of sucked. But yeah. I hope that answers your questions. Do you have any other questions that you'd like to ask while we're in this moment? About my day job and about being a medical courier? Because like, I'm happy to answer them as long as it isn't doxing me. I believe in an inappropriate response B. I'll sort my package A into your slot B. Yeah. But no, seriously, does anybody else have any questions? Like, while we're talking about it, we might as well. You know? Might as well. I like my job. I think that... I think my job like, the one suck thing about my job, obviously, is the scheduling, because, like, that's the thing that's fucked me up the most, is wanting to do stuff, but, like, I can't do stuff, you know? I can't, because I don't get off of work until... I don't get off of work until 11, and it takes me 30 minutes to get home. And I'm very lucky in that I can get home in 30 minutes. I don't have a super long commute. And so, like, I tend to get home and immediately go live because that's all I have time to do. So, like, if you're ever wondering, it's like, oh man, Hnetu streams so late at night. Why does Hnetu stream so late? It's because it's literally the only time I have. Like, I basically, my day is I get up at about 1 o'clock-ish, you know? I get up at about 1, and I get ready for work, and I leave at 2, and at 2:30 I start my job, and then I work until 11, and I am also very lucky in that I'm able to sneak home at the end of my shift, because I drop all my stuff off at, like, 9-ish, and then I drive past my house to get to the to the clock out spot, but I can't clock out until 11. So I get home at like 9:30, 9:45, depending, maybe 10 o'clock if it's running really late, and I can have 30 minutes to eat and prep for stream and like take my picture and do all my, you know, pre-stream stuff, and then I'm set, and then I go and I clock out, and then I come back at 11:30 and I stream from 11:30 until 4. So I stream for 4.5 hours, and then I have about 2 hours of time to fuck around, right? I have about 2 hours, and usually those are spent either like in somebody else's stream schmoozing and talking with them, or like dealing with any, you know, the stuff that came up during the day, and then I go to sleep at 6, and then I sleep for about 6 to 7 hours. Hi Jeff, man, thank you for 100,000 points towards my suffering. So I, you know, that's my day 3 out of the 5 days of the week. And the other 2 days, the only difference is that I'm not streaming. And I have a little bit more time. And, like, I try to do writing and stuff. Or maybe I play some games for fun instead of games on stream. So, yeah. Yeah. And that's the only bad thing. That's really the only bad thing. 3 already. Thank you to Lagnov for the 3 stream streak. I appreciate it. How go the blue balls, by the way? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. Oh, honey. I've been fine for a while. You know that. I'm not following the same rules you guys are. I never have had to. We've been over this. We've been over this. So here's my question, chat. What do we want to do tonight? What do you guys want to do tonight? Like, given the option, what do you want to do? Why do I even let people talk? I mean, I should know by now that that's going to be the thing everyone always says just to mess with me. And yet, somehow... Hi, Ghostly. Somehow I always fall for it, you know? Somehow I always fall for it. Thank you for contributing 60,000 points towards my suffering, Cassidy. I'm sorry, Cass. I have to specify which Cassidy it is, since there are 2 of you. Ball pit. I mean, I feel like if I turn the stream... If I turn the stream interaction with that on, it's basically just me AFKing half of it. I was watching Elwyn play with the interaction on, and like the time that it takes to come up with like the delay between chat and everything, it just slows everything down, and I found myself having problems. Like, I feel like I wouldn't have anything to say. Thank you for 2,309 points towards my suffering. Like, it's just, it adds a whole bunch of delay. Hi TK, welcome in. Thank you for 64,000 points towards my suffering. I think so. So the reason that I'm asking Cass is that I played Pacific Drive last night and the night before, right? I played Pacific Drive, and it didn't seem like you guys were super into it because the numbers weren't really there. And when the numbers aren't there, I kind of look at stuff and I'm like, maybe I should put my energy elsewhere. Maybe I should do other stuff, because if you guys aren't really interested in watching it, you know? So that's sort of why I'm asking. Is it because I feel like people aren't really super hyped about Pacific Drive in the way that I was, and yeah. Until you went to bed, until you're sleeping. I feel like you guys need to find better streamers. I feel like you guys need to find someone that you can enjoy all the time instead of showing up and falling asleep partway through and missing everything. Like, there's hundreds of thousands of us out there. I'm sure there's better people. You enjoy the streams? Thank you. You're awesome, and every stream I can catch a stream I enjoy just listening to you talk. I mean, I appreciate it. I don't know. I think I'm just depressed about things right now. I'm very depressed about things. I don't think I have a good personality either, silly billies. I don't think I have a good personality either, silly billy. I'm gonna lean my chair back. What game would you want to play right now? I don't know. Your schedule is unstable, so aiming for being able to watch you specifically is probably the best we can get. Where else we're gonna get a Zetalia fix? I mean, legally, only me. If I had a bad personality, we wouldn't be here. That's not true. People stay in destructive, abusive relationships for a long time. Damn it. I have a fantastic rat personality. I do have a fantastic rack. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for noticing. Jing, I need more emote slots so that I can put that hug in there. I want to. I just don't have any fucking emote slots. I'm full up until I hit partner. Chat, make me a partner. Give me the partner. They're normally thinking things will get better. Maybe seasonal depression is getting of you yet. Listen, Remy, I don't have seasonal depression. I have all the time depression, thank you. I am not some tourist in the sad. I am here for good. I have a house down here. Oh, you're right, there's better TTV slots. I forgot about that. You get more with subs up to a certain point, Talaknov, but once you've hit a certain number of subs, it caps out, and the only way to get more is to be partner. And once you hit partner, it's every certain threshold you get, you always get more. But for affiliates, you only get so many. So for affiliates, it literally caps out at 20. It used to cap out at 15, but they gave everybody 5 more. And like, I could have animated emotes, so I just don't have animated emotes. But yeah. Yeah, once you get partner, you get like basically an unlimited number, which is why you'll sometimes see people with like 100 different emotes. The hugging will, blah, blah. I cannot talk today. The hugging will continue until morale improves. Yeah, you end up with like a situation where you're like, I've got all the emotes I need, and then you have one cool idea and you need one more. And then you need one more. And then you need one more. But yeah, so I think once you're an affiliate, if you get up to a certain number of subs, it gives you more until you hit 20, and then 20 is where it caps out. 20 is where it caps out for affiliates. You have 2 more slots? Hell yeah, go get those emotes, babe. But yeah, I am not some tourist in the depression. I am always like this.
What happened?
You're approaching the limit of your non-animated ones again soon?
Sabes Ina just subscribed for 65
golden
months.
hay. I love that.
I can't do math. Big number though.
It is big number. Do you guys want to see something cool? You guys want to see something cool? You want to see what Tibby's been working on? I'm gonna scooch off screen for a second. You want to see something cool? No, Peter, I'm busy. Hi, I'm back. Do I look different? Chat, do I look different? Do I look a little bit different than I did before? Cute little Hnetu on the couch. Peter, I know you have food and water because I filled them just a smidgen ago. You do not need anything from me, and I even cleaned your litter box, so please shut the fuck up. Yeah, she was doing some testing with the shaders, and you can see like you can see shadows on the veil, and you can see shadows on my titties, and you can see kind of like the shadow of my hair on my face almost. You want to see something freaky? You want to see something freaky, chat? I'm gonna show you something freaky. I'm gonna show you something a little freaky. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Hi Peter, please don't chew the wires.
Yeah, Peter, don't chew on the wire. So that screenshot that I posted earlier was me doing this. But here's the best part. Because of the way that this, the shaders are set up, I have eyes. Hi. Yeah. Teeths. Void Hnetu, yes. Freaky Friday, but on a Wednesday. Dark. This is me before you unlock me from the character select screen. This is me before you unlock me from the character select screen. About to battle herself in a lake of shadows with her evil clone. I'm Nega Hnetu. I'm actually a pretty nice guy, but you can see that I look a little intense here, so I have to set this to 2. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show. Ow. Hello, definitely Big Chungus. How are you? I have tried to make it catch that nice little easy spot in between where it makes the redeems all ridiculously glowy. Thank you for 8,000 points worth my suffering. But yeah, so this is the only one that... Ow. Hi, Talaknoth. Welcome in. How Hnetu looks in the dead of night. Exactly. This is the only version of the model that has it because it's a testing thing. But the nun outfit... Ow. Thank you, Royal. Not all of the models, not all of the outfits have it, just this one, because I let Tibby play with the model to do some test stuff. She did fix the problem that it had before. If I smiled just right, it would make my cheeks clip improperly, and so you would see the shadow on my cheeks because of where the jaw connects, like where the jaw things are. You can kind of see it ever so slightly. Like, you see that tiny little, right there on either side of the mouth, but it's like basically unseeable. It was way worse before. You played Dispatch episodes 3 and 4. You were fuming for personal reasons. I see. Hi, Sabzi. Welcome in. It's very, 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 very light. But that's also because this model wasn't designed with this feature in mind, so it was never an issue that she had to worry about. Thank you. Would you guys like it if I made it so that the stuff that you throw at me stays on screen longer? And piles up? I'm curious if I can make it pile up. If you mega pout, your mouths are... There are shadows. Yeah, it's very specific. I'm thinking of the thing that Ren does where the mochis will stack up. Anyway. Yeah. If you let it pile up, some chatters will try to drown you. Yeah, but that's a great way to get rid of a bunch of points. Hi, Dagimar. You also gave Cassidy a skin today in Hunt. I see. You got upset at a puzzle? Oh. What skin did you give Cassidy in Hunt? There's a resource you can get from Vinian's. Yes, I have the invisible box. If you notice the dice stay on screen, that's the invisible box. So yes, I have the invisible box. I only really use it for the dice though, because they need to be on screen to be seen. The other ones can just fall on the floor. Ghost of Blanchett Graves. Ah. You wonder what will happen today, though? I don't know, something. I haven't bought any of the new Hunt DLCs lately. I know there's, like, 2 new ones. Why doesn't it save my birthday? It's never happened before. What the fuck did Steam do? Yeah, I don't have, okay, I do have the Ghost of Blanchett Graves. I do have that. I'm missing a bunch of the other ones of, like, I didn't bother buying Last Laugh or Dead Man's Cut or Last of the Herd or Tiger Trophies or anything like that. Obviously, I didn't buy the Ghostface one. And I didn't buy Bone and Bounties. I might get Death's Day and Cry of a Caged Bird, because Hot Lady Hunters. But we'll see. Oh, okay, she's actually kind of hot. Lilith actually kind of hot. Lilith actually kind of hot. Oh, I'm green now. Thank you, Triple. You asked her which one she wanted and you gave her a premium hunter. Are you flirting with each other in my Discords? You stopped playing Hunt a while ago? I had stopped for a while and then I started playing it again. You asked her in DM. I'm teasing you. I'm kind of curious to what this looks like with the green filter on. Hold on, let's see. So if I set this... Okay, so that doesn't really do much. What if I change this? Okay, so that just futzes with the shadows. I found that if I turn it up way high, it doesn't really change much except for make it so that the throwables all get broken. And then if I turn this off, it turns off the shadows. And then if I do this, it turns off another part of the shadow. Good to know. Witchy Hnetu? But I'm not really much of a witch now that am I? Your issue is that you kept not having fun because you were either versus 6 stars or versus 1 stars. You were somewhere in between. That's fair. That's fair. But I want to play some Hunt. Fuck it. Ah, I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the Pacific Drive button. Out of habit. Let me turn that back off because I want to play some Hunt. Then there were hackers. I haven't seen much in the way of hackers recently. Oh my god, can I wanted to play Hunt. I wanted to play Hunt. I just clicked really fast and clicked the... God damn it. Stupid hotkeys. Okay. There we go. Okay. I know what it said. I clicked the wrong button. I have it macroed and I clicked the wrong button. That's on me. It's my fault for clicking the wrong button. I'm sorry. I fucked up. My bad. I make mistakes too sometimes. Your body said we drive now? Oh. I can't drive like this. Mac gears are great until you make mistakes way faster, then they're amazing. Yeah. Listen, I always make mistakes way faster. It's just what I do. It's just what I do. Speaking of the ghosts of Blanchett, guess what hunter I'm playing as? So I have challenges to do. I need to do fire ammo. I need to do... So I'm trying to work on these rival ones, as you can see. That's what I was thinking of doing. And so I was playing that a little bit earlier. So I already have a hunter prepped with a shotgun. And I'm using the Abras as well. You may notice that I don't have Necromancer, even though I'm currently solo, and that's because I have an Empress card, which will give it to me. How are you doing aside from whispering all up in my ear? I'm talking in a normal voice. What do you mean, Ed? You just pop someone's head off after burning them? Nice. How are you doing, Ed? I'm okay. I'm extant. I'm extant. We might play some Pacific Drive later in the night, maybe. Like, depending on how I'm feeling and depending on how it goes. Am I that quiet? This is what I sound like when I'm whispering, just so you know. If I'm whispering, this is what it's gonna sound like. But when I talk in a normal voice, it sounds more like this. You also recently got Fear the Reaper, When Shadows Dance, and Commedia della Morte. I see. You slept terribly, so you'll try to sleep. I hope one day... I hope that it gets better. Also, Sabs, oh yeah, Sabs, you should check Discord. My audio is fine? Okay, I would hope so. I would hope so. Also, it's been nice to see some of the people that I know getting back into playing this. It's been kind of nice to see people playing this again. I always love to see you stream. I'm sad to see you go. Well, I'm not ending stream until 4-ish. We did end ending stream at like 3:30 something last night. Because there just wasn't enough time to do another run. Like, the runs would have taken more than the 30 minutes, and I just didn't want to do another one. So we did end a little bit early, but I try to end only... I try to go until 4 every night. You were like, I'm not that good at the game, but watching you makes me go, I want to be like Kama. I'm not that good at this game either. I am objectively bad at this video game. I spend most of my time praying I don't fall into 2 stars. And, like, you can't really get into 1 star. That shit's real hard to do. Okay, so I'm gonna get my Empress traits here in a second. Oh, she's like an actual spider too. I didn't even realize that. It's like a person with a crown and look at the fangs that they've got. Why does it even flip the card over? You don't need to see the back of the card. The back of the cards are all the same. Is it actually possible to drop into 1 star? I don't think so. But I could be wrong. You say lies, it was easy, so many 6 stars. So my understanding is that 1 star was specifically for baby jail, and if they've changed it since then so that 1 star is not specifically for baby jail, then my information is outdated. If you recall correctly, I am a 1 star. Blanchett. I just love this lady's claws. Look at her claws, chat. Look at her little fingies, her claws. Look at her claws. She got little claws. Why am I sh-ing with the sh at the end of that? I don't know why I'm going claw sh with a whistle sh at the end. But she do be having the claws. Alright, let's get this fucking shit going. Alright, what do we get? So I got Relentless, Necromancer, and Catalyst. Alright, cool. Perfect for scritches. Yeah, speaking of... I had a game earlier where I fucking spawned next to the boss and another team at the same time. And it was like, why are you spawning me next to the boss and another team? I ended up killing one of them But I think I don't know if I killed the second or if I like if she killed me or if I traded with her. Because I know that I died, but I don't know if she died. I don't think she died. But it was like, damn, you're gonna spawn me in the hottest zone in the house. Also, Sabzi, I saw you clipped the thing about the cuck chair being the viewer's seat, and I want you to know that I appreciate that you clipped that for me. So thank you for clipping that. I thought that was a really good bit. So thank you. I did see. It will go on my list of clips that I upload later on. Ow. Well, that's rude. Now I'm down a health chunk. This is bullshit, chat. This is bullshit. I thought I could get away from it fast enough. Alright, so we're running at a disadvantage here. This is bad. I don't like running at a disadvantage, but I don't think we're going to have a bit of luck with this one because, well... You know, let's be positive. Let's be positive and run under the assumption that I'm going to kick ass, and that I'm going to get a kill and banish the boss and everything will be fine, yeah? Yeah, let's run under that assumption. Also, horse, butthole. I don't know why I say the things that I say. Also, horse, butthole. Like, dude, who fucking says that? Who talks like this, chat? Am I the only fucking idiot in the world that does this kind of shit? Am I stupid? I might be stupid. I might be really dumb. I sometimes think I'm the only one that's this stupid. Also, horse butthole. You know what? You're right. You're right, Sabzi. Horse butt. Scary but fun. Yeah. Yeah, scary. Hi, Vivid. You're not wrong, Obsidian. You're not wrong. Alright. Can blame MLP for scary but fun. Can blame MLP for a lot of things, let's be real here. Hi, Katsuki-sama. Welcome in. Also, hi, Frisk. Welcome in. Alright, so gotta go to Healing Waters. Great. Also, is there any buffering? How is it behaving today? Is everything behaving really well? Let me know. Now that I think about it. How are you doing today? I'm okay, I guess. It's running well, no buffering? Okay. I still don't know why it was doing that the other day. Go away. Go away. I said, go away. Alright, don't like that. Don't like that at all. You'll be lurking because you got work. Also, how was your day? My day was okay. I went to, I left the house, which is big for me on a non-work day. I left the house, and I went to... Fuck. I went to, Words. I went to a gas station. I went to a gas station. And I picked up some energy drinks. So that's always pretty cool, getting energy drinks. Shut up, dogs. Checking for a gun oil. Damn. Okay, so yeah, I went and got an energy drink, so that was tasty. I actually haven't opened it, so I guess I shouldn't say it's tasty. Maybe I got a bad batch. But I did go get an energy drink. What kind of energy drink? Same as I always get. I got a grape Nas. But I realized that I didn't... Like, I normally don't buy a lot in the way of drinks because I'm out on the road. So I just purchase them, like, at work, you know? So, yeah. Sorry. Serious time for a minute. Damn it! It's fine. It's fine. Damn! I thought he ran off to go heal, to go res his partner. Oh well. You do it. You need more of the orange for yourself?
Oh dear. The part of my brain that holds other languages' pronunciations of letters just chimed into Segun oil.
It's called lubricant. You do it by bulk where you will buy like 3 to 4 and that'll last you for a couple of days. I mean, honestly, the smart thing to do in the game is to camp bodies. It's fine. Like, I'm not mad about it. That's how it should have been. But I did kill his partner. I just thought he went to go res her, and then I could get him while he was resing. But it's fine. I'm gonna take out Mama May today. But like, because I normally go, you know, I only buy stuff for the weekend because during the week I'm out and about, and like I'm out driving and doing stuff and all. You know, I don't really need to think about it. So I'm not really, you know, usually considering the stuff that I need. I don't understand the Abras match. I don't understand why we needed a mini version of the Abras. Like, you've already got the Mosin. Why did we need a large version of the match? It doesn't make any sense. Still good kill, yeah. You lost the finals of the tournament for the silly Civil War game, but it being contested because we had our troll on our team that was team killing and killed the spawn flag at a critical moment. Plus, there were bugs with the spawns on the map. Hi, Sofa. I feel like if you're having people who are throwing by team killing, that's an immediate do-over. IMHO. IMHO. Alright, I'm just gonna keep bringing the same guns. Because I gotta get these challenges done. Once I finish this challenge, I can switch to a different one. And I really only need one more kill with it, and then I'm done. And then I can switch to different weapons. Good luck, Frisk. Good luck. Also, why are there so many of these? Oh yeah, there's Twitch. Oh, actually, that raises a good question. Let me check something. Let me see something, chat cats. Chat cats. I'm gonna check something and see if I am still set up to give you guys drops. Are drops on right now? Are you getting drops if you play this game? I hope so. Wait, Ready or Not creator program invited you to the creator program. How about you go fuck off, Ready or Not? Ain't no fucking way I would, you know, join your fucking bullshit, you fascist fucks. Hell goddamn no. You don't see any? Am I in the right directory? I am. Do I have drops turned on? Let's see if I have drops turned on. I do have drops turned on. I wonder if the event is over. The event might be over. Let's see. Let's find out. No, it says that they're on. It says that they're on. Watch to earn drops ends on tomorrow. I just didn't add it to the title because I forgot. Okay. Hi, Mizuna. How are you? Okay. Yeah, ooh, propaganda. Exactly. How are you, Mizuna? Have a good stream in time zone and happy hunting. Thank you. Have a good night, Adeptus. You were looking in the wrong spot. Ah, that'd do it. Doing well. You went to bed early this time. Woke up early today. Good. Good. I hope you got good sleep. The game is incredibly boring and incredibly repetitive and gets early. If memory serves, one of the reasons that I wouldn't want anything to do with that game revolves around the whole Charlie Kirk thing. So, you know, fuck those guys. Fuck them in their anuses. There's a couple of games that I'm like, I'm not gonna play it because you guys are fascists. And anybody that supports fascists, I'm not really gonna have a good time with. Fuck them then? Exactly. I hate the fucking immolators. Why are the immolators allowed to exist? They're the worst fucking enemy in the goddamn game. I don't want to get into it right now, Frisk, but I fairly certain remember them being shitty about things and me going, well, I guess I'm not going to play that game. Also, I hope you slept well, Mizuna. I'm glad to hear that you got good sleep. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it. I just remember... I remember there were a couple of companies and games that were basically getting really heavy-handed with, like, anybody that said anything even remotely critical of a fascist. They were like, we're going to fire these employees, or, you know, whatever. And it just makes me go, well, I'm not going to support them then. I'm not going to purchase their products. I'm not going to play that game. I'm not interested. And I remember seeing Ready or Not was one of them. So seeing that they're like, we're inviting you to our partner program just is a big old middle finger to you. Speaking of sleeping, guess what I have to do? Sleep for work. Oh. This is not where the clue was. You have off on Friday, then the weekends? Well, we will be streaming on Saturday. I hope you get some good rest. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Was more than just a fascist. Fuck that guy. Oh no, I absolutely agree. I'm trying to put it in the most banal terms I can is all. I am simply reveling in the banality. Gotta be honest, it was fun for a while, but after that fiasco and censorship, I quickly mega uninstalled. And installed mega quickly, yeah. I mean, it wasn't really the kind of game that I was interested in the first place. Oh, hey, blueprint. Labelle Talon, nice. It wasn't ever, like, Ready or Not was never the kind of game that I was really going to be interested in the first place, because what was it? That was the, that's the one where you play as a bunch of cops on, like, a body cam and shit, and it's just, that's not really the kind of thing I'm ever going to truly be interested in the first place. And so seeing that they're absolutely god-awful shithead people really just kind of convinces me that I was right to not be interested in the first place. And I think I mentioned this the other night, because, like, we watched Fargo over the weekend. Sealed the deal, yeah. We watched Fargo over the weekend, and, like, part of me was watching it with this kind of, like, side-eye, because at the end of the day, the main character, like, the lead actress, Frances McDormand, is playing a cop. But at the same time, like, it's a movie that was from the 90s, and it takes place in the 80s, and it's, a, you know, very different than what things have become nowadays. Why did my melee button not work? Why did my melee button not work? What the fuck? Why did my... Okay. Whatever. Something. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't want to talk about real life for once. I'm so tired of it. I know, I'm the one that brought it up. I understand it, but also I'm so tired, chat. I'm so tired. I don't know how the hell that happened. Fair enough, everyone has their limit. The problem is that I have to be, like, hyper aware of it. You know what? I'm just gonna take this bitch out. We'll get her killed. If she dies, she dies. I'm gonna prestige in a minute anyway. I have to be, like, acutely aware of it because as a trans person, I basically have a target on my back 100% of the time. And so I have to be aware of it. But unfortunately, I'm also really old and tired all the time now. I'm not against talking about it. I'm just like, So they've got a community event going on. Our newest community activity, Bile Weaver Brawl, is running now. Each stage of the completion, you'll need to kill Bile Weavers. The more you kill, the closer you get to unlocking rewards for each station. Some of the rewards include a Web of the Empress exclusive Alienware laptop, a weapon charm, exclusive lore unlocks, blood bond discounts, and hunt dollars. How the fuck... What? And then there's this PvP thing that's going on, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me. But okay. So basically, if there's more people on one side, like one group of hunters kills more, you get a weapon unlock, which is just silly. So either Patron's Prayer or Empty Cairn. Oh shit, I didn't want to assume. Good for you. It should be in the tags. I've never, well, that's not true. I should say, since a couple of years ago, I haven't really hidden the fact that I'm trans. But, yeah. I used to not talk about it. I used to really not talk about it. Like, it used to be one of those things, normally on mobile, so those are cut off. That's fair. I used to really not talk about it because, like, we'd get hate rates that would come in. And this is back in the days before VTubing, where people would come in and be really shitty about things. And they'd be like, what's up with your voice? And I'm like, the massive tits give away that she is a girl. Yeah, kind of. I mean... You can't say that because you're going to get the people that are like, you can be non-binary and femme-presenting. And I'm like, I know. but you're making it way harder for me to exist in a space because people come in and are shitty at me, despite the fact that I am obviously female presenting. So, you know, it's a bit of a minefield sometimes. So, hopefully I can prestige soon, though. But yeah. Things and stuff and things. Or are those the birds? Those are the birds. I saw you, horse. Get horsed upon. You get people that are weird about your voice, too. Hate is just really bizarre. Yeah. Your voice doesn't even come across as masculine, Jing. You're just like... It just sounds like you're whispering most of the time. Wani, thank you for the follow.
Wani just followed.
Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I like how I'm getting all these blueprints right as I'm about to prestige. You gotta go. Have fun. Have a good night. Every voice is unique? Maybe. But I would have a lot of people who would come in and be really shitty about it, so I kind of went out of my way for a long time to actively not talk about it. And people would come in and they would make a shitty comment. I'm like, dude, do you not see my fat fucking titties? What the fuck? But, you know, now we've kind of hit the second part of that where it's like, I can have big tits and not identify as a female, and there goes my entire, like, deflection technique. And I'm not disparaging people who don't identify as female. It's fine. Just makes it harder for me. You get people pretty regularly who come in and loudly announce that I'm using a voice changer. Even when you have people that are actually using a voice changer. Yeah, unfortunately, Twitch chat is full of a lot of really stupid people. While there are plenty of awesome people out there, there's a lot of really dumb people. Hi, PVZ. It's even more fun when you're using 100% synth. Fucking scaring the shit out of me, Mr. Zomba Man. It's a voice mod. No, it's actually a 300 piece of software and some spicy hardware. Why are my thumb buttons not working? Why use many tool when few tool do work? .mpeg. Ow. Okay, boss has not been started yet. There's a lot of stupid people. When I agree with what Hnetu said, yeah. No, there's a lot of really awesome people on Twitch, but there's also a couple of real dipshits. There's a lot of people out there that make me go, are you fucking serious, my guy? So, you know, it's a bit of a crapshoot. You get a focus issue moment, also turn your ISO down, and also have around 0.07 ms latency between input output. That's interesting. Is that like the settings that you use to achieve a specific voice? You're an audio engineer? Oh, how's my audio? Passable, I hope. It's a lot of money to spend on software and hardware. Alrighty then. Still red. Okay. You make music impression guys, you just happen to be also hook on OBS? Fair. Okay, I need to kill this zombie. Why are my mouse buttons not working? Okay, it's when I'm crouching. God damn it. This fucking... VTubing fucks my shit up so bad. If I'm crouching, I can't melee. Great. Damn it! That was so good, too. Maybe next I'll make your voice a guitar. That'd be kind of cool. Did you like that? That was pretty sick, wasn't it? Damn. Alright, that was my fault. That was my fault. I still got 2 kills. I'm happy with that. Maybe that'll be enough to prestige. I don't think so, but we can hope. I might have to do one more, but that was pretty good. All things considered, that was pretty good. Kind of happy with that one. Kind of happy with that one. But anyway, that's the response between winning something good. Yeah, no, I get that, but... Hello, Nanada. How are you? How are you? We got from 96 to 98, so we don't, not quite. I did kill this poor innocent bastard. The tag does say that it is the only tag mobile cuts off. Interesting. Alright, another Empress card. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into Bounty Clash real fast and just try to get these last 2 levels. Right now you're doing is killing monsters for challenges and extracting. I mean, sometimes you need to do that. Your mic setup sounds better than 80% of streamers that I've come across, so there's that. Do you want to know the best thing about that, Wolf Raven? Do you want to know the absolute best thing about my mic sounding pretty good? So what is getting the killing that butcher is like the main goal? I'll answer one question first before I forget, and then I'll talk about the microphone thing. This is an extraction shooter. The base gameplay mode is you are one of 12 players who goes into a match. Your goal is to kill the boss, collect a bounty token that says that you killed the boss, and then leave. As a note, there are a maximum of 4 tokens, and there are 12 players, which means some people are going home empty-handed, and thus you want to kill them before they kill you and steal your bounty. So that's the main... That's the thing is, yes, killing the butcher or the assassin or the spider or Scrapbeak is the goal of the game, and then you want to kill them, take proof that you killed them, and leave. You can extract with 2 different tokens from 2 different bosses, but yeah. So that's it. High animation soda pop. Now, as for my microphone settings, I purchased a Wave 3 from Elgato. And I have it plugged into the USB settings. I have no idea how any of the channels work on the button. Like if you press the front of it, you can select 3 different channels. There's a headphones one. I don't use the headphone one. There is a microphone one, and then there is a mixer one, which is a crossfade one. I do not use any of them. I don't touch any of them. I simply plugged the USB into the back and went. I don't have a fancy smancy complicated audio mixer. I have nothing. You know how some people have a whole fucking box that they can manipulate all of their audio through? I don't have one of those. It's literally just the microphone plugged into the USB in the back. Nothing else. Yes, I have a pop filter. I have a pop filter, and I have one of the little arms so that I can swing it out of the way when I you know. I keep it like literally right next to my mouth. This is an inch from my mouth. But no, I don't have any crazy setup. You have dedicated Infernus also only does ASIO. And a big Alessis mixer on the floor. Yeah, I don't have anything like that. I've never needed one. And yes, there are times when I do wish that I could, like, manipulate game audio separately, or manipulate, like, if I'm in Discord, adjust other people's voices volume on the fly. But I don't need to. So I have decided... Ow. Hi, Nick. So I have decided to not invest the mental brain power into learning something when my microphone sounds fine. That's an OBS setup thing there. Yeah. And it's just too much work for me that I don't want to do. So I literally just have a microphone and nothing else. There's no audio equipment or anything, no special anything. It's just microphone plugged into the back of my USB. You're doing pretty great on apparently defaults. So here's my question, is what would I need to do to make it better? Like, I don't really think that the audio, like, the only time the audio is ever really muddy is if I'm muddy. And then that's a me problem. So, like, if I'm not... Oh, you're right, stream is now chugging. Why is my computer having problems all of a sudden? Why is it doing this now? It was fine! You always recommend Gate Complimenter on the channel, which is a free plugin that OBS ships with, but seems... Why am I suddenly encoding overloaded? Everything was fine before. I wasn't having any issues. As fine as is, you might need to mess with the setup when you set up the ASMR mic, maybe. I don't know why everything is broken all of a sudden. It looks fine on my end. And, like, we've been live for an hour and we had no issues. Probably Amazon. This happened the other day and I ended up having to restart my PC and that fixed it. But, like, I don't want to have to do that. Because I don't want to have to fucking cut stream in the middle of the stream to restart my whole fucking PC. Oh, it might be my internet. I'm rubber banding all of a sudden. That was some rubber banding. Okay. Oh. Okay then. Oh, yeah. Amazon has really been fucked lately. I don't know what the
This is an ad.
Great. Right? Yeah, good thing the whole internet isn't set up to work on one fucking server. That'd be fucking bad, wouldn't it? I don't know, Mizuna. I don't know. I don't know. Apparently not. Because I'm having a bunch of rubber banding issues. I'm having a lot of issues right now. At least I survived that gunfight. Idiot. Alright. We're doing this, eh? Hi, Zoe. So I don't know why the encoding is overloading. I don't know why the game is having issues. I don't know what's going on right now. I just know that I'm gonna leave. Just gonna go. The bestest pestest? I see. I'm sorry about the encoding problems, guys. I don't know why I'm having so many issues with it. I don't know what's going on lately. I don't know why everything wants to keep breaking on me. Damn it, video game. And, like, it gets to the thing that my video settings haven't changed at all. We were fine for the first hour. We were fine yesterday. I haven't changed anything. I wonder if I do this... what'll happen? Fuck. Did she get hit by her own bees? I think she got hit by her own bees. Which is kind of hilarious. Not on my end at all. But a hacking player wouldn't affect the encoding of my game. That's not how that works. Or it wouldn't affect the encoding of OBS. That's not how that works at all. So, you know. I just don't know why everything's breaking. I had a feeling that this would happen when I saw that it was having an issue on the YouTube side. I don't want to have to end stream and restart everything. It's gonna kill what little fucking reach I ever get anyway. Okay, we got a level 50. I killed Spooky McToots and Mr. Unpredictable. Alright, time to prestige. Oh, hold on. Let me... You're level 50? Let me retire you first. Alright, let's retire Luba Balabanov. Balabanov. Okay. Easy. And then we prestige. So let's prestige. Give me the 10%. And we lost all of our cool shit. But that's okay. Let's take Lulu. And then we have to do shotguns with the rival. And... yeah. Okay, so... logically, it should not be... okay, why am I using 100% CPU right now? Okay, it's going back down. Now it's in the 80s. Now it's back in the 80s. Because Hunt uses a lot. Hi, old man Windbreaker. Let's see what happens if we exit Hunt. I'm going to see if it stays overloaded on the encoding. Let me know if it's still lagging out, okay? I'm gonna switch back to chatting for a minute. I guess I can put my music on. And you guys can tell me if it continues to be overloaded encoding. Please and thank. Please and thank, let me know if the encoding is still going. What about a witch hat? I guess I could pull the stream up on my end and just take a look-see. And see what it's doing. So I'm losing about 13% to encoding, and yeah, when I turn it on, I'm basically not moving. Like on my side, oh man, the delay is reprehensible. Because if I pause and start it back up, it's still showing me in the loading game screen and not on this. So why? Okay, it just flicked over. You can hear at least. Okay, well then I don't know why people weren't answering. So audio is working, but everything else isn't. Okay. I don't... Hi, Cassidy. I don't understand, because I didn't change anything. None of my settings have changed. Nothing has changed. For months, we had no problems at all, except for, like, very specifically with, like, Monster Hunter Wilds and something. So fun fact, if you look up in the upper portion of the chat box, I don't know if this is true on mobile, but at least on desktop, it will tell you, the delay. Like, latency is 4.24 seconds for me right now. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know why the universe is trying to spite me. Why is it only doing this on the week that I have off work and I wanted to do long streams? What the fuck am I doing wrong with my life? Why am I even here? Just to suffer? Apparently there was a big uptick in the last 24 hours. I don't... know. What do you mean, don't bite? Your audio is good now. It was choppy before. You were slow to type because you're playing the game on the side. A lot of delay, it seems. Really sorry about the tech issues. I was just thinking it was. It makes me not want to stream anymore when I'm constantly battling uphill for things that shouldn't be an issue. Because like I said, I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed a single thing. My settings are exactly the same as they have been for years at this point. Years, literal years. I haven't done anything. So, like, there's nothing that should be affecting the encoding in the way that it thinks there is. And, like, I don't know what I can do to make it cooperate. Because I'm losing more frames as time goes by to encoding lag. I was at 13% earlier, and now I'm at 17.8. So I'm actually losing more frames faster. I'm at 17.9. I am losing frames faster than I'm gaining frames. And I can't change my settings for my encoding without ending stream. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. The buffer is catching up from the lag by discarding streams. Okay, but it's still encoding overloaded. I literally don't have, like, anything running except for, like, sure, I'll close my fucking browser at this point. I'll turn off my arms because I'm not using them. I don't know what else I can turn down. You don't need to apologize. So, like, if I turn off my Stream Deck, the music will stop. I can turn off the TTS, I guess. Alright, TTS is gone. What happens if I turn me off? If I turn off, I'm gone now. I don't exist. So, like... I basically just, the only thing that are running now is my Stream Deck and OBS. That's it. That's all that's on my computer. It's not my ISP! My ISP is fine. My connection to the server is fine. It could... Okay, well then maybe it is my ISP. I don't fucking know. See if that changes anything. Who the fuck knows? I don't know if that changed anything at all. Maybe I plugged my computer in backwards or something. I don't fucking know. The encoding thing is gone now, but I don't trust it. I don't trust that if I turn it on, it's not gonna break immediately. I'm afraid that that if I start turning things back on, it's just gonna immediately break shit. And no one is telling me that the audio is working just fine. Well, now... The fuck knows. It just completely destroys any motivation that I have. Because I know that as soon as I turn one thing on, it's probably just gonna break again. And like, so if I, like, I'll turn on Bcubot, which is the TTS, and see what happens. But I don't trust it. Because I know that the minute I do anything, it's just gonna break again. It's just gonna break again. Let's see what happens. But what happens when I do literally anything and it starts to break again? What happens when I boot up a game and it just decides to absolutely shit itself? What happens when I look at it weird and it decides that it's just gonna break? What happens then? Yes, Sabs, it was doing with Pacific Drive the other night.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2, we love you.
Well, you fucking shouldn't. I am afraid of doing anything now. I am legitimately terrified of doing anything. Because I'm scared that the second I do anything, it's gonna break. Okay. I get it. I get it. I'm working now. Currently, it is working, but that doesn't mean that it's going to stay working. I'm afraid that no matter what I do, it's just gonna break again. And the minute that I try to play a game, it's just gonna shit itself. And we're gonna have another 5 minutes of everything shitting itself. And it's really hard for me to constantly have to claw my way to the bare minimum. I feel like every time I feel like I'm making even a modicum of progress, it feels like everything in the world just... it forms a deluge to fuck me over. You know? Like, I finally make a little bit of progress and I'm doing better, and then a game comes out that I'm super fucking excited for. I'm super excited for. Silksong comes out, and I've been waiting for this game for years, and the Pacific Drive DLC comes out, and I was super excited about it the minute that it came out. And this other cool things happen, and I'm so excited for it, and everything breaks, and no one shows up, and people, like, are spitting on me in the street. And it feels like every single time I start to claw my way up a little bit. I run into tech issues. I run into games that none of you want to watch. I run into something. It's like there's somebody out there in fucking DMs telling everybody that I'm a terrible person when I didn't even do anything wrong. And so the whole fucking universe conspires to shit all over me. And I just want things to work for 5 goddamn minutes. I just want things to work for 5 minutes. And they don't want to work for 5 minutes. They just want to fucking shit on me. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm fucking upset. Cause it doesn't do this like if this was a normal week, I probably wouldn't care as much. But it was the week that I had off and the week that I could try to do early streams and have fun. And it feels like half of the people didn't listen when I said I would be on earlier, so nobody fucking shows up because they didn't know. And everybody comes in like, oh, I didn't even know you were gonna be starting this early. I'm late. I'm like, I told you. And people are always like, oh, we should totally do some things. And I'm like, I'm off this week. And where are those people? They're nowhere. They're not here. And I'm like, I can stream early, and my internet and Amazon Web Services and games and OBS and everything just goes, but what if fuck you? I just want things to work. I just want things to work. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. And see what happens. I can't add the drops back into the title because I don't have it up. Immediately encoding. Immediately. Is it having issues now? Am I lagging out again? The split second that I turn the game on? Am I having issues? I need you guys to tell me, because I can't tell. I can't tell. I need somebody in chat to tell me. Please, someone in chat, tell me if I immediately turn into a fucking... Okay. Okay. In that case, we're just gonna end. I'm just gonna end. I'm done. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.